Would you mind knocking it off? What the heck happened here? Oh man, good afternoon everyone. It's time for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. Yeah, there's Franklin and Kenyon. Welcome guys, glad to have you today. Hang on just a second. This is the second game of the doubleheader. I'm just going to refresh this so I can see all the chat. And there's Ben and Kelly as well. Glad to have you guys today. If you caught yesterday's game, that was the first game of the doubleheader. We're going to finish up the doubleheader today. And greetings, Mike C. Boston at Minnesota. That's what we're looking at here today. Good game yesterday. The Red Sox edged the Twins 4-3 in the first game of the doubleheader. Today it's Jose Santiago pitching for Boston. Mudcat Grant for Minnesota. Now Santiago on the season, he's only been in 2 games. He one relief appearance, 1 start. His 1 start was a complete game victory, so he's 1-0 with a 1.50 ERA, just 12 innings, only 7 hits allowed. Grant has made 4 starts for the Twins, 2 of them complete games, 1 of those a shutout, and he's 3-1 with a 3.13 across 32 innings of work, 32 hits, 21 strikeouts. Thank you, Kelly. It was a good game, wasn't it? Very enjoyable. These games, to me, are closer than the 1982 replay. Seemed to have a lot more close games in 1966, which kind of stands to reason. It was a pitching-dominated decade, at least through 1968. Then, of course, they lowered the mound for the 69 season. So let's get to the lineups. We'll go over some stats as we go along and some other things, and we'll get this one going. For Boston, Rico Petrocelli will play shortstop and hit leadoff. Lenny Green is in center field for the nightcap. He's batting second. Yaz in left field, hitting third. George Scott at first base in the cleanup spot with Tony Conigliaro. Hit a home run in the first game. He's in right field, batting fifth. Dalton Jones at second base. That's an interesting choice. He'll bat sixth. Joe Foy at third base and Mike Ryan to do the catching in Game 2. That rounds out the lineup with Santiago hitting ninth. The Twins will have Earl Batty catching. That's right. Batty's going to Iron Man it and catch both games of the Twin Bill. Boy, you don't see that anymore. Mitchell at first. Allen Versailles up the middle with Harmon Killebrew at third. Ted Eulander in left again. Hall gets the start in center field. Remember, Hall came off the bench in the 9th inning and hit a pinch hit home run in the opener. Tony Oliva in right. And there's Mike. Welcome, Mike. Mike dropped in for my 82 stats update earlier today. I know, right? That's funny, Ben. Yeah, you're right, though. Yeah. Here's Batty catching both games. So we're about ready to go. Mudcat Grant's completed his warm-ups. Here's Rico Petrocelli to lead things off. Petrocelli hitting .305. 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Grant gets the sign from Batty now. And here's the pitch to Rico. That's going to be a 4-6 right-handed. It's a fly ball into left field. That's playable for Eulander. He'll take it, and there's one away, and we are underway. Another weird Wednesday here, about 55, cloudy and windy. The 1st of May, right? Yeah, when are we going to get spring? Like I say, I'm going to go find my own spring here in about a week. Lenny Green gets the start in center field. He comes to bat hitting just 176. He's 6 for 34. No homers, 4 RBIs. Left-handed hitter. The pitch from Grant is a 2-11 right-handed. It's a tapper down to third base. Killebrew will take it. Over to Mincher, and there's 2 down. Definitely, Kelly. That's cool. When did you start? Or are you just starting? Here's Yaz now. Yastrzemski hitting 256, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs. Grant into the windup. And here's the pitch. It's a 1-7 right-handed. That's a base hit up the middle. And it's a 2-out single for Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski, a star 15 stealer. So let's check the battery now. Grant, a -1 hold. Batty is 0. So he'd be a 14 not held. They're going to go ahead and hold him on, making him a 12. And that will bring up George Scott. Scott hitting 265. Leads the ball club with 7 home runs and 14 RBIs. So Scott's lived up to the cleanup man billing here so far. Grant from the stretch. That's a 212 right-handed. Fly ball into left field. Eulander backing up a bit, and he'll take it to retire the side. So no runs to hit, 1 left. And after a half an inning of play, it's Boston 0, Minnesota coming to bat. Oh, you're doing 72 replay cards and dice. That's right. Yeah, I knew about that one, I think. I know somebody was doing 72 at the very least. That was the Miracle. No. That was Cincinnati and Oakland in real life. Had to think for a second. The first year of Oakland's 3 in a row. Okay. Here is Santiago's card. Santiago seems to lean righty. Easy manner to check that here. Let me look him up real quick, since he's only pitched 15 innings or something like that. 12 innings, did I say? Yeah, he's a little bit better against right-handers, not drastically so. And in steps Zoilo. Versailles batting just 208 so far. No homers, 4 RBIs. Santiago into the windup. Here's the pitch to Zoilo. It's a 3-5 right-handed, and he draws the walk. So Versailles with the leadoff walk. Hang on a second. Now it seems like the crowd noise is up a bit much. Dial that back just a hair. Versailles is a 15 stealer with a star. So let's check the battery for the Red Sox. Santiago a +1. Ryan a 0. That would make him a 16. He'll be held on, making him a 14. Once again, we have the problem with Zoilo, which is the 8-9 automatic caught. But he won't be trying for the lead, but he will be held on as Eulander steps in. Eulander just 1 for 11 on the season. He hasn't played much. Started both ends of the twin bill, however. And here's Eulander. Santiago from the stretch. Pitch to Ted is a 1-6 right-handed. It's a grounder down to second base. Allen will take it to Versailles to Mincher. Not in time. That'll go as a force. 4-6. Versailles is forced. And Eulander with a star 19 is at first. So 20 held on, he'd be an 18. And he's going to try for that lead. Doesn't get it very often. He's going to need a 7 to get it. But trying for the 7 to get the 18, and he does not get the lead. And up steps Tony Oliva now. Oliva hitting 284. 6 extra base hits. 3 of them left the park, and 11 RBIs. Santiago steering in now from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Tony O. It's a 6-5, and he walks him. 2 walks in the inning for Jose. Eulander down to second. First and second, 1 away. And here's Don Mincher, the cleanup man. Mincher hitting .286. Excuse me. Mincher leads the ball club in home runs with 5 and is tied with Batty for the run batted in lead with a dozen. So first and second, 1 away. Santiago staring in. Here's the pitch to Mincher, a 6-7 grounder to second base X. This could be 2. That's going to be Jones. Oh, this could be an adventure. Jones is a 4.34 at second. And here's the play. On a 10, that's the E rating. It's that dreaded 5 on an E34. We can all see it coming, and Jones boots it for an error, and the bases are loaded. Oliva to second, Eulander to third. Error Boston, and the Twins have loaded the bases here in the first inning with 1 out, and look who's coming up. It's Jimmy Hall. Hall in his last at bat. A pinch hitting appearance in the 9th inning of the opening game of the doubleheader, hit a pinch hit home run. I'm looking at the chat now. So Bowley from the UK. Well, welcome, So. Good to have you. So you're about, what, 9 hours ahead of us, I'm guessing? What would that put it at? You're just about 10:40 p.m., I'm guessing, your time. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure about these things. I don't have clocks like in the White House or the airports, you know, with all the different different time zones represented. Yeah, Kenyon, that's quite an honor. Oh, I should mention too, Kenyon, thank you for pointing out that I hit 200 subscribers. Appreciate that. I hadn't noticed, but I'm really pleased with that. It's kind of a landmark number there, 200. Okay, here's Hall now. Bases loaded, 1 away. Santiago, full windup. Pitch to Jimmy Hall, 4-8 left-handed. That's a grounder to first base. That's going to be Scott down to Petrocelli, back to Scott, not in time, and a run will score on the force play. So 3-6 force, and Eulander will cross the plate. Hall will pick up an RBI for that, and the Twins take a 1-0 lead. So they're 8 hours ahead of me. Nice evening viewing. I'm pretty much gone by that time here now. Hate to admit it, in my younger day I was quite the night person, but not anymore. First and third, 2 away, and here's Harmon Killebrew now. Killebrew batting .302, just 2 home runs, but 10 runs batted in. The pitch from Santiago. 6'6", right-handed, and he walks him to reload the bases. So Santiago really having some control problems here in the first. He's walked 3. He was hurt by the error, sure, but so far he's been his own worst enemy. And here comes Bernie Allen with the bases loaded and 2 down. Allen hitting .265 on the season. No home runs, but 8 RBIs. And Ryan's going out to the mound. He's going to have a little chat with Santiago, just calm him down a little bit here. He's been all over the place with his location here in the first inning. Walking 3. Okay, Ryan back behind the plate now. Santiago staring in. Here's the pitch to Allen. That's going to be a 2-9 right-handed. It's a tapper to short. Petrocelli has it. He'll go the short way to Jones, and that will retire the side. The Twins do pick up a run, however, without the aid of a hit, and they leave the bases loaded. So let's see if that run's earned or not. We got a walk, an out, a walk. That would have been the second out. Yep, that run's unearned. We'll make a little dot there by Santiago to indicate that. We've played one here in Minnesota. It's 1-0 Twins. Yeah, exactly, Ben. That could have been much worse for Santiago. Yeah, anytime you walk 3 guys in an inning and get out of it with only allowing 1 run, you're happy, let alone the error. Okay, Grant ready to work now. As we move along to the second inning, Tony C is going to lead things off. He's hitting .267, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Grant into the windup. Pitch to Tony C. It's a 5-5 right-handed. It's a grounder to first base. Mincher has it. He's going to race it to the bag, and he's there before Canigliaro to make the putout. And here's Dalton Jones now. Interesting choice to start at second base. Jones has been in 9 ball games. He is 1 for 11 on the season. So I am guessing, based on that he's been primarily a pinch hitter, or you'd even say exclusively a pinch hitter so far. Let's look at his card. 234, 252 at bats, 303 on base, 4 home runs. He had some extra base hits for a 365 slugging, so a decent left-handed bat. I'm not sure about him as a second baseman, but anyway, that's what they did. I suppose Smith needed a day off. And here's the pitch to Joe. 2-9 right-handed. It's a fly ball into right field. Backing up a bit is Oliva to handle it for the second out. Excuse me. Spring fever, I'm telling you. It may not look like spring, it may not feel like spring temperature-wise, but the pollen count is crazy. And here's Foy now. Joe Foy leads the ball club in hitting at .358. 19 for 53, 4 home runs, 6 runs batted in. Foy's been hot lately. Suddenly out of nowhere, it seems like almost he's batting .358. Grant into the windup. Pitch to Foy on a 212 right-handed, a liner right into the glove of Versailles. So a liner to short, it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mudcat. And it's still 1-0 Twins as we go to the bottom of the second. Excuse me, let me get a drink of water. Okay, let's see if Santiago can settle down a little bit in the second. Keep it close. Batty, Grant, and Versailles due for the Twins. Earl Batty, as mentioned before, tied for the club lead in RBIs with 12. He's hitting an even .300, 1 home run. The team captain standing in from the right side now. Santiago into the windup. Pitch to Batty, a 111 right-handed, a line drive single into left field. And Batty's hot-hitting ways continue as he leads off the second with a single. Not a threat to steal. He does have a 16 there, non-starred, but a very minimal chance to get the lead, and with only a 1 through 8 running, that's a dangerous proposition. Grant and A. Bunner, however, so Boston's going to pull the infield in already here in the second inning, and he's going to lay it down as a B. And here's the play. That's going to be a 10B, and he bunts it too hard. Pouncing on it is Santiago, throws down to Petrocelli for the force. So a 1-6 force, and Grant's aboard. And here's Zoilo. Zoilo walked his first time, was forced. Santiago out of the stretch. Here's the pitch to Zoilo. It's a 5-8 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. The first strikeout for Santiago. I have to say Santiago looks better in the second inning already. And with 2 away, Ted Eulander will be the hitter. Eulander, left-handed batter, 0 for 1. Santiago out of the stretch. Here's the pitch to Ted. It's a 6-7 left-handed. A grounder to second base X. That's going to be Jones again. Jones will get another shot at it. 4E34. Here's the play on a 17. He's got it. Flips to Scott to retire the side. So a nice play by Jones there at second base. 4-3X. No runs, a hit, one left. And we're through 2 innings in a 1-0 game. So far, the nightcap living up to the opener in this twin bill. Opener again was 4-3. 1-0 here as Mudcat Grant gets ready to go to work in the third. It's going to be Ryan, Santiago, and Petrocelli for the Red Sox. Mike Ryan, just 4 for 34 on the season. That's 118. No home runs, just 1 RBI. Ryan, a defense first catcher, obviously. He was not in the lineup for his hitting ability. Grant stares in. The windup on the pitch is a 110. That's a grounder to second. Easy play for Allen. He's got it to Mincher. 1 down. And that'll bring up Santiago. Right-handed batter, a 3W. The pitch from Grant. 2-2. Pops it up right side. That's going to be Mincher. He'll take it for the out. And there's 2 away quickly. And here's Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli's 0 for 1. Flew to left to start off the game. Grant gets the sign from Batty now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Rico Petrocelli. It's a 1-5 swung on and missed, strike 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Grant. Grant looking very effective in the onset here. Just 1 hit allowed so far. And it's Santiago's turn. Santiago about ready to go here at the bottom of the third. He's going to be facing the heart of the Minnesota lineup. That's Oliva, Mincher, and Hall. If anybody gets on, Killebrew. Hang on a second, I got to clean my glasses again. Okay, that's a little better. Oliva walked his first time up today. Santiago gets the sign from Ryan now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Tony Oliva. 2-5 right-handed grounder to first base. Scott has it. He'll take it himself. And there's 1 down. Fairly close play. Oliva with great wheels got down there in a hurry, but Scott was able to beat him to the bag for the out. And here's Mincher. Mincher reached on an error. Santiago, the windup and the pitch. That is a 6-11 lefty. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Canigliaro back at the track. At the wall. It's gone. Home run Mincher. Holy crap, let's look at that again off the pitcher's card. 6-11, clean shot, no doubt about it. Mincher has the power, and that's his 6th home run of the season. 2-0 Twins. And here's Jimmy Hall. Hall 0 for 1. Santiago the windup. Pitch to Hall, a 1-9, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Hall retired on strikes, 2 away. And Harmon Killebrew will come up. Killebrew walked in the first inning. He right-handed hitter. As I said before, came into the game hitting .302, but with only 2 home runs, which is a little surprising. Santiago the windup. Pitch to Harmon, 1-5. He draws the walk. Killebrew's now walked twice today. No threat to run, of course. And here's Bernie Allen. Allen bounced to short his first time up. Runner on first, 2 away. 2-0 Minnesota. From the stretch. The pitch to Bernie Allen is a 6-10. That's a fly to center field X. That's going to be Green, a 2E10. Green, a good outfielder. Ranging back now, and here's the play on a 13. He makes a nice running catch to retire the side. So nice play, Green. 8X Allen is retired, and that'll do it for the Twins. But they pick up a run on Mincher's 6th home run of the season. That would place Mincher, that would list him among the league leaders now. I know. Hi, Perry. I know that. I was thinking that when I made the lineup. He started the year hitting cleanup. Then he got dropped to the 5 spot where he batted in game 1 of the doubleheader. And now he's hitting 6. It's like he keeps getting pushed down the lineup. I guess the intent here by Sam Mealy was to get all the left-handed hitters up there against Santiago. An interesting strategy. I can't say I agree with it. I think if I've got Harmon Killebrew, he's hitting 4th, period. I don't care what arm the pitcher throws with. To the 4th we go. Lenny Green will lead things off for the Red Sox. Grant's been magnificent so far. Green 0 for 1. Grant the sign from Batty. The pitch to Green is a 6'9" left-handed. That's a high fly ball to right field. That's got Oliva going back, and that's going to drop and roll to the wall for extra bases on a 19. Green rounds, and he'll scoot into second with a stand-up double. So the Red Sox have something going in the 4th. Leadoff double by Lenny Green. And here comes the heart of the order now. Yastrzemski, Scott, and Tony C. Yaz singled his first time up today. Grant staring in to get the sign. Here's the pitch to Yaz. That's a 4-6 left-handed. Single to 6 on an 8. That is knocked down by Allen. Gets up, throws to first in time. Runner will hold. No, he will not, actually. I take that back. That's a grounder to second. Runner will take third. So Green moves to third on the ground out by Yastrzemski, and here's Scott with one down. Scott just trying to get one in the air here. Grant a look at the runner. Now the windup. Pitch to George Scott on a 1-3. That's a grounder to third base. Killebrew has it. Looks the runner back and throws him out. So nice stop by Harmon down there at third base. And it'll be up to Tony Conigliaro now. Runner on third, 2 away. Grant, a glance at Green. Now the windup on the pitch to Tony C is a 1-6. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Oh my goodness, some nifty pitching by Grant to get out of that jam. And the Red Sox come up empty again. No runs a hit. They leave a man on third base. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 2-0 Minnesota. Nine-ball lottery machine. It does make you wonder. I'm sure it's more analytical now than it was in the 60s. I say it looks like Mealy was just thinking get left-handers higher up in the order against Santiago. Nowadays they have not only the they don't not only have the guy's batting average against the pitcher, they know where he's hit every ball against that pitcher and how hard. Bottom of the 4th, it's Batty, Grant, and then to the top of the order, Zoilo. Santiago trying to settle in here as he gets ready to pitch to Batty. Here's the windup. The pitch is a 2-6, and he walks him, ball 4. Oh my goodness, that's the 5th walk issued by Santiago. Santiago apparently still battling his control. And now Bucky Brandon's up in the bullpen. And he's being joined by the left-hander, Dennis Bennett. So a leadoff walk to Batty. Here's Grant, an A bunter. They'll be in again, making him a B. He's going to try to lay it down again. On a 3B, he beats out the bunt. Holy cow. A bunt single for Grant. And now Santiago's in a world of trouble. Batty goes to second. First and second, nobody out, and the top of the lineup coming up. Here's Zoilo now, 0 for 1 with a walk. Twins threatening in the fourth. Santiago from the stretch. It's a 4-9 right-handed. That's a base hit into center field for Versailles. That's an open single. Batty could try to score, but he's slow as a snail with a 1 through 8, so he's going to hold up at third. Runners advance one base, station to station here, but the bases are loaded with nobody out. And the left-hander's coming up. And you know what? Here comes Herman. He's seen enough. He's going to bring in his left-hander, Dennis Bennett. Santiago battling his control all day so far. Really doesn't seem to have much going for himself today, and he's going to have an early shower. Not my style, I know, but I think it's the move here. Santiago only lasts 3+, 4 hits. What really killed him was the walks. 3 in the first inning, 5 in the game. He struck out a pair. So here's Bennett, the lefty. Bennett, so far in the replay, has been in 6 games, 2-0 with a high 4.82 ERA across 9 1/3 innings of work. And with 3 left-handers coming up in a row now, I'm sorry, make that 4. 4 left-handed hitters in a row. Billy Herman here gambling, of course, that Minnesota will not pull the trigger and take their starters out this early in the game. And you know what? He's right. We won't. Uhlander will bat. Infield double play depth. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bennett delivers to Uhlander on a 1-5. It's a grounder to first base B. So that's going to be Scott down to Petrocelli. Back to Scott for the force. And a run will score. So Versailles is forced. Batty will cross the plate. Grant to third. 1 down. And here's Oliva. 3-0 Twins now. Runners at the corners, 1 down. They'll remain back. Looking for a ground ball here. Bennett gets the sign. Pitch to Oliva from the stretch is a 5-12. It's a ground ball to second base X. That could be 2. Problem is, that's Dalton Jones at second base with a 4.34. Hold your breath on this one. Here's the play on an 18. He makes the play, but a run will score. He only goes to Petrocelli for the force, and that's all they will get. So a 4-6 force allows another run to come in. Two down, and here's Don Mitchell. 4-0 Minnesota now. Mitchell homered his last at bat. That was against Santiago, of course. Bennett staring in from the stretch. Pitch to Mitchell on a 4-3 left-handed. It's a fly ball to right field X. That's going to be Conigliaro, a 3-8. Tony C on his horse, and here's the roll on the play. On a 2, he's not going to get that. That's down for extra bases. Oliva will be held at third, and Mincher's in with a double. So Mincher with a homer and a double today. And the Twins threatening to break it open here. 4-0 now. Second and third, 2 away. Here's Jimmy Hall, 0 for 2. Bennett into the windup. The pitch to Hall is a 3-6. High fly ball to deep right field. Backing up is Conigliaro at the track at the wall. Leaps. It's gone. Home run Jimmy Hall against the left-hander. Can you believe it? Let's take another look. I'm not sure I believe it. 3-6 lefty, homer to 5. The roll is a 4, and the Twins have opened it up here in the 4th inning. Oliva scores. Mincher scores. It's a 3-run shot by Jimmy Hall, who's on fire. It's his 2nd home run in 2 games and his 5th of the season. And it is 7-0. He really is, Kenyon. He hasn't played much, but he's certainly produced when he's been in there. Came into the game at .425, 17 for 40. And he just added a home run to that. Yeah, that's also true, Ben. 4 RBIs in this game. So far, the player of the game. So Bennett came in, didn't work out well for the Red Sox, and here's Killebrew. Bennett collecting himself now. Here's the windup. The pitch to Harmon on a 6-7 right-handed. Swung on and missed strike 3. Too little too late for Bennett. That ends the inning, but the Twins put up a 5 spot on 4 hits and a walk. We've played 4 in Minnesota. It is 7-0. Well, as I like to say, guys, they can't all be close. And the way Grant's pitching, that feels like it's going to be plenty. So here's Dalton Jones, the I guess you could call him a second baseman. I'm not sure about that one. Jones 0 for 1. Jones had some good hitting seasons. This was not one of his better years. I remember him being a pretty good hitter, not known for his defense at any position, obviously. Grant into the windup. Pitch to Dalton, a 5-12. That's a grounder to first base X. That's going to be Mincher, 3E12. Mincher ranging to his right. Here's the play. On a 12, that's the E rating. So an 8 on an E12, he's got it, and he flips to Grant covering for the out. 3-1X, 1 down. And Joe Foy will be the hitter. I'm not sure I understand that one there, Mike C. Was that the year he hit well, Perry? Here's Foy now, ground into the windup. I'll take a look at Hall in a second here. On a 3-8 right-handed, Foy draws the walk. So a 1-out walk to Foy. That's the first free pass issued by the Mudcat today. And here's the catcher, Mike Ryan. Let me look at Hall, I'm thinking about. I think he did bat quite a bit. 356 at bats in real life. He only hit 239. But look at that. 20 home runs in 356 at bats for a 449 slugging. So he did have a nice year. Not 425 average nice, but then who does? Off to a hot start for sure. Foy taking a modest lead from first as Grant from the stretch delivers to Ryan. It's a 110 right-handed grounder to second base. Allen to first, and Foy will take second on the play. It's a 4-3C. 2 away. I'm wondering if it's even worth it to bat for Bennett here. He's a 6 NL. At this point, trailing by 7. They're going to try to get some length out of Bennett. So he'll bat. Runner on second, 2 down. Bennett, a left-handed batter. It's a 5-11. Base hit into right field. Bennett says, I don't need a pinch hitter. Open single, but trailing by this many, Foy's going to hold. And it's runners at the corners and 2 down. And Petrocelli will get a shot. Yeah, the way I interpret it, Mike's comment is if I was making the lineups instead of following the actual lineups, I'd have Hall in there every day, at least against right-handed pitching. And that's true, I would. The way he's hitting right now, I'd play him until he cooled off at the very least. Here's Petrocelli now, runners at the corners, 2 down. Grant with the pitch on a 4-5. It's a grounder to shortstop X. That's Versailles, a 2E44. Versailles into the hole. Here's the roll on the play on a 6. He's got it. Throws across in time, and that will retire the side. 6-3X, Petrocelli retired. No runs a hit, 2 left. So Grant continuing to sail along with a 7-run lead. Oh, good. Okay, so I was pretty close. We got that straightened out. Yeah, if the guy was hitting 425, absolutely he'd be playing. They're going to try to stretch Bennett out here now. He's a 3-rated reliever for endurance. He'll be facing the bottom of the order in the 5th. Allen, Batty, and Grant. Left on left here. Allen's 0 for 2. Bennett into the windup. It's a 3-9 left-handed. That is a homer to 18. Allen, however, against the lefty is a weak, so that will be a base hit for Bernie Allen. Woo! So Bennett, so far, hasn't fared much better than Santiago. Kind of making me wonder if anybody could get the Twins hitters out today. Just one of those days. They're clicking on all cylinders here. Here's Earl Batty, the catcher. Bennett working from the stretch. The pitch to Batty is a 6-6 right-handed, and he walks him ball 4. So the Twins cruising along. Here's Grant now. Right-handed hitter, 3W. He's going to swing away up by 7. The pitch from Bennett on a 6-10 right-handed to fly to center field X. That's Hall. Hall a 3E8. Hall on his horse. Here's the play. It's a 15. He's got it. Nice running grab by Jimmy Hall. He's doing it all today. And runners will hold. $8X, 1 down. And here's Zoilo. Zoilo 1 for 2 with a walk. Bennett staring in now. The windup. Here's the pitch, 1-7 left-handed. That's a double to 3 on a 7. That's a 2-star single, and another run's going to score. RBI single Versailles. Allen will cross the plate. Batty to third, and it's 8-0. And here is Eulander now. Eulander 0 for 3. Runners at the corners now with 1 down. Infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch to Cad. It's a 4-6 left-handed. Swung on and missed strike 3. Eulander strikes out for out number 2. And here is Tony Oliva. Oliva 0 for 2 with a walk. Oh my goodness, what did I do? Oh, thank you, Mike. You're absolutely right. That was to green. I wonder if that would have made any difference. What was the roll? Do you remember? Let me take a look at it. Green, a better center fielder than Hall. 3. There it is. Yes, he still would have made the play, but thank you very much. I appreciate the help, always. 15-2. That's a catch by Green. My apologies, guys. So here's Oliva. Bennett from the stretch. Pitch to Tony Oliva, 4-6. Swung on and missed strike 3. And Bennett finishes up with a flourish there, fanning Eulander and Oliva. But another run crosses the plate for the Twins on 2 hits. They leave a pair. After 5 complete here, it is 8-0, Twins. Just over 16,000 were in the house today at Metropolitan Stadium for the doubleheader. How many still on hand for Game 2? I have no idea. Green, Yastrzemski, and Scott for the Red Sox in the 6th. Grant so far allowed only 3 hits. Really hasn't been in much trouble all day. Green, 1 for 2. Grant into the windup. Here's the pitch to Lenny Green, a 2-11 right-handed. That's a grounder to third base. Killebrew has it. Throws him out, 1 down. And here's Yastrzemski now. Yaz 1 for 2. Grant the sign from Batty now. Here's the pitch to Yaz. That's a 4-4 lefty. It's a grounder to short X. That's going to be Zoilo, a 2E44. Zoilo into the hole. It's a 6. He's got it. Throws him out, 2 down. Nice play, Zoilo. 6-3X. 2 down. And here's Scott. Scott 0 for 2. Grant into the windup. Here's the pitch. It's a 4-4 right-handed. Grounder to short X again. 2E44, Zoilo. Behind the bag this time. And here's the play on a 1. It scoots through under his glove and into center field for a 2-out single. That would have been a tough play for anyone. In fact, only a 1-range shortstop could have made that. Oh, man, I enjoy that more than you know. I'll tell you, I had a Saturday where I'm not going to say a damn thing. You know what I'm going to say, Kenyon. I had what I like to call a POWS Saturday. Here's Tony C. 1 on, 2 down. Grant from the stretch. Pitch to Tony. That's a 3-6 right-handed. That's down for extra bases. In fact, that's going to roll into the corner and rattle around. Canigliaro at second, rounding. He's headed for third. Scott's going to come in and score on a triple by Tony Canigliaro. And the Sox are on the board finally, 8-1. And here's Dalton Jones. Runner on third, 2 down. Jones is 0 for 2 today. And here's the pitch to Jones. It's a 6-7 lefty. Grounder to second base X. That's going to be for Bernie Allen, 3E22. Allen to his left. Here's the play on a 12. It's the E rating. It's a 9 on a 22. And he makes a fine stop to his feet and throws him out. Nice play, Allen, to end the inning. 4-3X. The Sox do score a run on 2 hits, and they leave a runner at third. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 8-1. And Bennett will come out for what will certainly be his last inning of work, because he's due to bat third in the 7th. Mincher and Hall due up. He may as well stay out there one more inning. Mincher, a homer and a double today, also reached on an error, so he really has not been retired, even though he's 0 for 1. Left on left now, the windup and the pitch is a 4-2, and he walks him to lead off the 6th. Man, the Red Sox pitchers have walked a lot of batters today. 5 walks Santiago. Bennett has now issued 2 walks. That's 7 walks in 6 innings. And here is Jimmy Hall, the man of the hour here, with 4 RBIs today, including a 3-run homer in the 4th that broke the game wide open. Left on left now. The pitch to Hall is 6-8 left-handed. That's a high fly ball to left field. Backing up is Yaz, just shy of the track, puts that one away. So Hall gave it a ride. Maybe got under it a little bit too much. Yastrzemski able to make the play. 1 down, and here's Killebrew. Killebrew walked twice and struck out. Bennett from the stretch. Pitch to Harmon, a 2-4. That ball is absolutely smoked to dead center field. Green takes off after it. Going back, gone. Killebrew with his 3rd home run of the season. Oh my goodness, and it's batting practice for Minnesota today. Holy cow, Killebrew knocked the snot out of that one. 2-4, no doubt about it. And it is 10-1. Here's Bernie Allen now. Bennett may as well just stay out there until he's pinch hit for it at this point. Allen 1 for 3. Here's the pitch now, 4-10. That's going to be a grounder to shortstop X. That's Petrocelli. Actually, that may not be true. I'm going to check that after this play. Petrocelli, a 2-38. Here's the play on a 2. He can't get it. It's under his glove for a single. So Allen has a hit. Bennett came in with nobody out. 1, 2. Bennett is now fatigued, so he'll have to come out. That's fine, because we're going to double switch him with Jones, who made the last out. We'll put Smith in at second. And we need a mop-up man now. There's no point wasting one of their top-notch pitchers in this situation. How much has Grilly worked? Let's take a look. Only a 1/3 of an inning is a great spot for him. Guido Grilly. Computer-only card. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the pitcher in here. George Smith will come into the 9 spot at second base, where he's a 2E28. So here's where Smith goes. This is where I tend to get messed up, right? Okay, and the pitcher goes in Jones' spot. Who made the last out? As well as as well as Jones' adventures in fielding, so that's going to come to a halt here. 1 on, 1 out. 12-1. Grilly coming on. Grilly has only worked a third of an inning. He's been in 1 game. Left-handed pitcher. Bennett 2 1/3. So Santiago ends up being charged with 2, 3, 4 of the runs. 3 of them earned. Bennett charged with 3, 4, 6 runs. Bennett came on, allowed 2, 4, 6 hits. Holy cow, these lines are ugly for these Red Sox pitchers today. He walked a pair, struck out 3. Holy cow. Yeah, no doubt, Franklin. Mop up on aisle 5. That's Grilly's job. Here's Batty. Batty has not been retired today. Singled and walked twice. Grilly set to go now from the stretch. Pitch to Earl Batty on a 270. Pops him up right side. That's Smith now at second base making the catch, and there's 2 away. And here's the pitcher, Mudcat. Right-handed batter. Pitch from Grilly on a 1-8. That's going to be a double by Grant. 1 through 4, it is a 4. A 2-star double. Allen will have to hold at third. And Mudcat's 2 for 4. It doesn't seem to matter who the pitcher is today against this Twins lineup. And here's Zoilo, second and third, 2 down. Zoilo 2 for 3 with a walk. Grilly with the pitch. That's a 1-6 left-handed. That's a triple to 4. That's going to be down for extra bases. Rolling to the wall. Here comes Allen to score. Here comes Grant around to score. And Versailles is in with a 2-run double. Four in. That is 12-1 Minnesota. Oh my goodness. It's a blowout. It's a laugher today, guys. Sorry about that. That's how it goes sometimes. Here's Eulander. That's going to be a 3-8 lefty. Ground ball to second base. Smith has it. And that will, mercifully for the Red Sox, retire the side. 4 more runs for Minnesota on 4 hits. And after 6 complete, it's a 12-1 laugher. Now I guess the only remaining thing of interest is, can Grant get the complete game? Grant has 2 complete games on the season. Looking for a third. Foy, Ryan, and Smith do for Boston. Grant staring in now. Here's the windup. Here's the Foy. It's a 4-5. Grounder to short X. Versailles again being tested a lot today. 2-44. On a 3, he makes a diving stop behind the bag, up to his feet, throws him out. Oh my goodness, what a freaking play by Zoilo Versailles. It's a web gem. 6-3-X, exclamate that one. Holy cow, that was a nice play. Not like they needed it or anything. But still a nice play. 1 down, and here's Ryan. Ryan's bounced to second twice. Grant into the windup. That's a 312 righty. Liner speared by Killebrew. So a line out to third, 2 down. Here's George Smith, his first at bat of the day. He came in that double switch, playing second base. Grant into the windup now. The pitch to Smith, a 4-6 right-handed. He flies one into left field. Eulander's right there to make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mudcat Grant. Yeah, I'm just catching up on the chat a little bit now. That's funny, Franklin. That's good stuff. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, Kenyon. Thank you for pointing that out. I'd already made out this lineup card prior to game 1. So Boston won that game. They're 11-9. They came in 11-9. The Twins lost. They came in 11-6, 3 games behind Baltimore. So they could pick up a half a game here and get back to 2.5. And Grilly's going to pitch the bottom of the 7th. Why not? They could send me out there to pitch at this point for all it would matter. Oliva, Mincher, and Hall due up. Tony O was 0 for 3 today. Walked in the first. Grilly, the sign from Ryan. Now here's the pitch to Tony. It's a 5-11 left-handed. It's a grounder to second. Smith has it. Throws him out. 1 away. Change that on my fielding chart there. And coming to bat is Don Mincher. 2 for 3 with a walk, a homer and a double so far in this game. Grilling under the windup. The pitch to Mincher now is a 5-7 left-handed. That looks like a double 15. Let me double check that on the computer. Where is Grilly? That is a 5-7 double 15 on a 16. That will be a single for Mincher. So Mincher now only needing a triple, only needing a triple for the cycle. The way they're hitting, I'm sure he'll get another chance, but can Mincher even hit a triple? He had no triples that year in real life. So yeah, probably not. And here's Jimmy Hall now, 1 for 4, 3-run homer. Left on left from the stretch, 6-3, comebacker to the pitcher X. Grilly, however, a 3E51. Oh my goodness. Hold your breath on this one. That's the error range. It's a 6 on a 51, and of course Grilly boots it for an error. E1. Mincher to second, the second Boston error of the afternoon, and the wheels are just coming off here. And Kenyon, you're absolutely right about this Twins lineup. This was a good hitting team. In fact, let's take a look at something. Since we have a blowout here, I could make it interesting in other ways, perhaps. I'm looking at the team stats now. I'm surprised they haven't scored more. They came in with 86 runs scored, which would be 3, 4, just 6th in the American League in runs scored as a team. And just 17 homers coming into the game. Of course, they've added on 3, so they have 20 home runs now. I'd have to say this Twin lineup, if anything, has underproduced so far, underachieved. So here's Killebrew, 1 for 2, walked twice, homered his last at bat. 2 men on, just 1 away. The pitch from Grilly. That's going to be a 5-7 right-handed. That's going to be a double to 6. That's a 2-star single, and another run will score. Mincher crosses the plate. Hall into third. And it's an RBI single for Killebrew. And it's 13-1. So yeah, underachieved so far. They're trying to make up for it in one game here today. Sam Mealy would probably prefer that they spread those runs out a little bit. Here's Allen, 2 for 4. The pitch from Grilly. That's going to be a 5-4 left-handed fly to center field X. That's Green at 2E10. Green ranging to his right. On a 16, he's there to make the catch, but on a fly ball A, everybody tags up and advances, and that's going to be an RBI sac fly for Allen. Hall will cross the plate. Killebrew, believe it or not, tags up and goes into second. So that was hit into the deepest regions of the ballpark, allowing even Killebrew to tag up and move up a base. And with 2 away, Batty will be the hitter. It's 14-1. The pitch from Grilly, a 3-3 left-handed foul ball behind the plate. Ryan back to handle it, and that will do it. 2 more for the Twins. On 2 hits, they leave him in. 14-1 after 7. Is this the slaughter of the season so far? It certainly feels like it is. Again, my memory's not that great to say for certain, but if I were a betting man, and I used to be. Oh, it's a show. Yeah, Kenyon. It's an offensive display. Grant pretty much can just throw it down the middle for the last 2 innings. Here's Petrocelli. Here's the pitch from Grant. It's going to be a 6-4 right-handed. Catcher's card X. That's Batty. Fine catcher, 2E2. Let's get the right card up there. Here's the play. On a 20, it's a foul out to the catcher. And here's Lenny Green, 1 for 3. Grant staring in. Here's the windup and the pitch to Green. It's a 3-7 right-handed. Grounder to second. Routine for Allen. Over to Mincher. 2 down. Two down, nobody on. And here's Yaz, 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-8 left-handed. Fly ball to center. Can of corn for Hall. And another 1-2-3 inning for Grant. That's a thought, Mike. Yeah, we could let a couple different guys bat in the 9th who don't get to play much. Or actually, no, I mean in the bottom of the 8th. Grant obviously is going to bat. He's going for the shutout. No, he's allowed to run. I'm sorry. He's not going for the shutout. He is going for the complete game. And here's... I'm laughing at Perry's comment. Yeah, it's a great, overshadowed by all the runs. It's a hell of a game by Mudcat Grant. Absolutely, Ben. Here's Grant to bat now. Pitch from Grilly is a 3-5. Grounder to third base. That's going to be Foy making the play. And let's check the Twins bench, see if anybody else wants to... Who hasn't played much on this team? Cesar Tovar is going to bat and take over at short. Tovar, of course, one of the 2 guys to pitch to play every position in a 9-inning game. That's the thing. It was either Kenyon or Rick. Mentioned that there were 2 or 3 modern-day players who accomplished that feat. And I was going to ask, But did they pitch an inning? Because Tovar and Campaneris, in addition to playing every position in the field, also pitched an inning. Tovar a 4.42 at short, but I mean, it's not like that's going to lose them the game at this point, is it? Tovar, a right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch from Grilly now. It's a 1-8 left-handed. A comebacker. Grilly snares it. Over to Scott. 2 down. Allison and Valdespino, they play enough as it is. Eulander's the guy who hasn't played much. He's going to stay in. In fact, Eulander, he's the guy struggling for hits, isn't he? Yeah, he came into the game just 1 for 11 and added an 0 for 5 today to that. He's going to try to get a hit here. On a 4-4 left-handed, it's catcher's card X. That's Ryan. Ryan, a good catcher as well. 2E3. Here's the play. On an 18, it's a foul out to the catcher, and that will do it. So Grilly, a 1-2-3 inning, and we go to the 9th in a 14-1 ball game. Grant looking for the complete game. George Scott, 1 for 3. Grant gets the sign from Batty. There's the wind up, the pitch to Scott. It's a 5-5 right-handed. Grounder to first base. Mincher will take it himself. That's 1. Here's Tony C. His triple knocked in the only Sox run today. 1 for 3. Grant with the pitch on a 2-7, swung on and missed strike 3, and they're down to their last out. Pitcher due up. We're going to have a batter. Let's see who has not played much on this team. Well, really everybody has. I'm just going to grab the guy who's on top, Casco. Eddie Casco will bat for the pitcher here. 2 down in the 9th. Right-handed hitter. Grant gets the sign from Batty now. Here's the pitch to Casco. That is a 6-5 right-handed. Swung on and missed strike 3. He finishes it with a flourish, striking out the last 2 men. And a hell of a game for Grant. $14-1 Laffer. Oh my goodness. Yeah, absolutely, Perry. Perry says the Sox are Apollo Creed in Rocky 4. That's about right. Thank you, Kenyon and everyone. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Hit that like button on your way out. That helps me out. I'll have the totals for you here in just a second. I got to figure out this ugly Red Sox pitching line. So that was for Bennett. 3, 4, 7 runs for Bennett. Grilly came on 2 2/3. Santiago takes the loss. He's 1-1. Grant picks up the win. He's 4-1 now. Grilly gave up 4 hits. Grilly pitched the best, or I guess you could say the least poorly of the Red Sox pitchers, a little uncarded guy. He was charged with 3 runs, 2 earned. Actually, I think only 1 earned. See, there was an out, single, second. That would have been the second out. Yeah, only one earned run for Grilly. Also, Grilly didn't walk anybody. More than you can say for Santiago and Bennett today. Holy cow. No strikeouts. Grant, of course, all the way. 1, 2, 3, a 5-hitter. Walked only 1. Struck out 2, 4. Yeah, definitely Mike C. They dropped to 11-10, the Red Sox, that is. Minnesota 12-6, now 2.5 behind the Orioles. The totals on the game, the Twins scored 14 runs on 14 hits, no errors. They were the beneficiaries of 7 walks and 2 errors by the Boston defense. 1 run, 5 hits for the Red Sox. Chief Spokane Gary player of the game, pick 'em. Maybe Grant. So many good hitting performances, it's hard to single out just one. Three RBIs for Versailles, 4 for Hall, 3 for Killebrew. Yeah, I hear that, Mike. It was a whole team slaughter. It's a Chief Spokane Gary player of the game is Pick'em. The field. You know, right? In big gambling, it's bet the field. Holy cow. Well, that was interesting, to say the least. Hopefully a closer game tomorrow, as we'll be featuring the Chicago Cubs at the New York Mets. Dick Ellsworth for the Cubs, Jack Hamilton for the Mets. That'll be 1:30 Pacific time. Hope you'll join me for that one. We'll hope for a little closer game. But this was fun too, actually. That was an amazing offensive game by the Twins. I'm going to get out of here now. I want to thank you guys once again for hanging out with me. Spokane Steve, wishing you all a very pleasant good evening. Thanks, guys. Take care.